What's up guys, Beyond Sense here with another video. On today's video, I'm gonna bring you a fall list. It's gonna be the top 10 best cheap fall fragrances. Let's jump right into the video. In the 10th position, we have a perfume that it's kind of a staple as we are talking about cheap fragrances. I'm talking about Mont Blanc Individual. Mont Blanc Individual, it's a super easy to like fragrance. This one has a bunch of notes. It's quite sweet. The most prominent notes here are raspberry, vanilla, and cinnamon. So 3 kind of sweet notes, but you can get a lot of other fruits as well. You can get a little bit of pineapple. You can get a bit of even a chocolate vibe that comes from here. It's quite like, it's not that prominent, but it's over there. You get a lot of sandalwood as well. It's actually more like an amber vanilla scent. That's why it's for the fall, especially because it's not that strong. If you haven't tried, I do encourage you to try this one. It's super cheap. I think you can get this one for like below 30 bucks. And this one is quite similar to Original Santal, that it's a Creed fragrance. It's super expensive, but the scent is quite similar. 10th position, Mont Blanc Individual. In the 9th position, I have an Azzaro fragrance, and I'm talking about Azzaro pour Homme Intense. Azzaro pour Homme Intense, it's a super interesting fragrance actually. If you know me, you know that I love Azzaro pour Homme, the original. This one is actually super similar to the traditional Azzaro pour Homme, but with some denser notes. They include some denser notes which make this fragrance a little bit more for the fall and winter. However, the performance of this one, it's not as good as the traditional one. This one lasts maximum 5 hours on my skin, but regardless, it's a nice fragrance. The most prominent notes here are cinnamon, brandy, and amber. That's my 9th pick, Azzaro pour Homme Intense. The 80th position, it's a blue scent. It's actually the only blue scent that I have nowadays, Versace Dylan Blue. Pretty much as all the blue scents, this one is an ambroxan scent. However, this one is a little bit denser than the other ones that I've tried, like Elysium, Sauvage. In my opinion, this one is the best blue scent for the fall. So here you're basically gonna get ambroxan, as I said, bergamot, and lime. Quite pleasant. It's super mass appealing as all blue scents. This one has a little bit of incense, so that's why it gets a little bit denser, a little bit like deeper. Performance on this one is super interesting, super nice actually. All ambroxan scents, they have some nice performance. So if you like blue scents and you are trying to get something a little bit denser for the fall and for the winter, this one may be a good pick for you. 80th position, Versace Dylan Blue. 7th position is a perfume that I truly adore, Guerlain Vetiver. Guerlain Vetiver, it's pretty much the traditional best vetiver that you can find, especially in the cheap Homme. This one is so good that it actually challenges or duels with super expensive vetiver scents. If you compare them, you're gonna see that it's actually better to spend not that much and have this one than spend a lot and have those. Some people may think it's a little bit outdated. Just the opening is a little bit harsh for me, but having a harsh opening means that this one will perform quite nicely. So this one has prominent notes of vetiver, of course, tobacco, and bergamot. So by the bergamot, you can see that you have the freshness. Performance, no complaints. This one checks all the spots, and that's why this is my 7th option, Guerlain Vetiver. In the position number 6, one of the cheapies that I truly love and I will always have in my collection, Lalique pour Homme. Lalique pour Homme EDP, it's one of the best fougere cheapy scents that you can find in the market nowadays. Performance is quite nice, projection super nice as well. If you're looking for a cheapy fougere fragrance that has some traditional fougere notes and it's quite classy, getting super close to Bois de Portugal, that it's a super expensive Creed, this one is probably the pick for you. In here you're gonna find prominent notes of lavender, cedarwood, and also iris. The iris is over there, you can get it since the beginning, but it's not that strong. You're gonna definitely get the lavender and the woods from the cedarwood and also the oak moss. you're gonna get like super nice vibes from this one. Super cheap, 125 ml for $22-23. It's a no-brainer, seriously. Position number 6, Lalique pour Homme EDP. In the 5th position, another Lalique Encre Noire à la Extreme. As much as I love Vetiver scents, I always get confused which one is the best, Guerlain Vetiver or Lalique Encre Noire à la Extreme. These two are perfect vetiver scents when it comes to the cheap Homme. They have their differences and I think you can have both of them at the same time. However, this one is a little bit more bitter, a little bit more incensey. This one is actually super similar to Coromandel from Chanel. And you guys know that I love Coromandel, right? This one is the closest to Coromandel that you can find. In here, the most prominent notes that you're gonna find will be vetiver, of course, incense, and cypress. So here you can find the cypress. In the Guerlain Vetiver, you can find oak moss. Both of them have some like fougere notes. I mean, Guerlain Vetiver, you can actually say it's a fougere scent, but this one, it's not a fougere scent at all. This one is way darker. It's actually perfect for a fall day. Lalique Encre Noire à la Extreme. 4th position, it's one of my favorite perfumes. I'm talking about Azzaro pour Homme. So I already talked a lot about this perfume actually. It's one of my favorite cheapies. If you're looking for a cheap, truly barbershop scent, this one is for you. I've been trying all the traditional and all the fougere, the cheapy fougere scents, and this one is the best one performance wise. This one is still super good. Other fragrances, they are nice, but they don't perform well, or there's something that I have to complain about. This one, I have no complaints. So in here you're gonna find all the traditional fougere notes: lavender, oak moss, tonka bean, vetiver. This one has a star anise note that actually makes this one quite unique, and it is pretty much the DNA of this fragrance. It's super wearable during fall, especially during fall days, not nights. Azzaro pour Homme. 3rd position, it's a perfume from Zara, and I'm talking about Zara Tobacco Collection Rich Warm Addictive. Rich Warm Addictive, it's a super interesting scent. I was looking for a coconut scent. I was actually looking for something a little bit fresher, but I actually found the best coconut. You can get this coconut, but it's not as fresh as I was actually willing to find. This one is actually a denser and sweet coconut actually, but it mixed with this tobacco here. It's actually super interesting. So here the most prominent notes are honey, coconut, and tobacco. There's other notes here, but these 3 notes that I just said, they are so strong that you pretty much will get these 3 throughout the whole life of the fragrance. You can also get some other woods here like sandalwood and cedar wood that gives this warmness, gives this richness to the fragrance. Zara Tobacco Collection Rich Warm Addictive. Position number 2, I already have a review of this perfume in my channel, and I'm talking about Zara Emotions Ebony Wood. Well, in my opinion, this scent could have been released by Mugler because this one has the Mugler DNA. So the most prominent notes in this fragrance are ebony wood, pink pepper, cloves, and passion fruit. Passion fruit is not listed, but I get a lot of passion fruit here, especially on my skin, and I think that pretty much everybody will get it. So this scent is pretty much a collab between Jo Malone and Zara. That's why it's a little bit more expensive if you go to Zara, but anyways, it's still quite cheap. You can get for $29 to $35, I guess, maybe less than that. This is an amazing scent for fall, seriously. This one I would say that it's for fall and winter because it's a little bit dense and sweet. Rich Warm Addictive from Zara is also like good for fall and winter, I would say, but I prefer this one a little bit more because of the passion fruit note that it's amazing. Zara Emotions Ebony Wood. And the 1st position, the best cheap fall fragrance, Bentley For Men Intense. Bentley For Men Intense for me is the best cheap fall fragrance that you can get till this date. It's fresh, but not as fresh as a summer fragrance. This one is also dense and boozy as a winter fragrance, but not as dense as a winter fragrance should be. So this one is pretty much in the middle. One of the best transition perfumes from summer to winter. So that's why this one is the best fall fragrance to date. This one is boozy, this one is dense, this one is also fresh, and this one is also sweet. So there's a lot of things within this bottle here. The most prominent notes here are rum, incense, and some other woody notes. You also get some sweet notes as cinnamon and tonka bean, but the mix of this rum with incense, it's like everything in this fragrance. Performance is super nice, not super strong, does not scream like crazy. This one is so gentleman that I can see you even wearing this one for work. Super cheap as well. I think will probably be $35 to $40. It's just amazing. Seriously, you guys gotta try this one. If they discontinue this one, the community will go crazy. Bentley For Men Intense. So that's it for this list, guys. I hope you guys liked it. So how about you? What is the best cheapy fall fragrance in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like to this video. It helps the channel to grow. I wish you guys well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.